What's up, peeps on YouTube? Mia Garcia here. Alrighty then. Let me try that again. What's up, peeps on YouTube? Mia Garcia here with a video of what do I think of Seth Rollins' new look and the Shield. Okay, let's start off with Seth Rollins leaving the Shield, breaking them apart. I thought it was interesting that Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns were still, being a tag team, but now they just kind of threw that whole thing away, which is actually better because the Shield isn't 2 people, it's 3 people. It has to be Seth Rollins with them, It's like, it doesn't work. I mean, the way that they did Evolution, that was great because, Ric Flair's not going to wrestle. It's just not going to, he might come out every once in a while for a Raw and hit one of the superstars or whatever, but besides that, it's not gonna work. But anyways, yeah, they could pull that off. They made it work, but the Shield being just Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns isn't gonna work. So I'm glad that they split that up. So I feel like the timing for Seth Rollins to leave the Shield, for the Shield to be breaking up, wasn't the best. I mean, they tried to break up the Shield once, which was kind of stupid because it was out of nowhere. It's like, what are you doing? We know that the Shield's going to eventually break up, but, this is stupid timing. What are you doing? So, for them to bring them back together was, it was like, finally, you guys got your head back where it's supposed to be. And, let's see, if I sound different, I know this is really random, but if I sound different, my nose is plugged up and I'm a bit sick. Sorry. So yeah, I'm just like, I don't feel like it was the right timing. I felt like they should have broke up the Shield more like possibly SummerSlam or more into the fall. Not, like not in the summer, not at Payback, not at Money in the Bank, none of that stuff. I think it's interesting that they're having the Money in the Bank in June. Like, we get 2 pay-per-views in June. That's, interesting because we're only supposed to get 11 pay-per-views, but instead we're gonna get 13. So that's cool. Anyways, oh wait, would we get 13? No, we would get 12 because they don't ever have a pay-per-view in March, not unless if it's WrestleMania. But recently they've only had WrestleMania in April. Now on to Seth Rollins' new look. It's okay. I mean, I'm used to seeing him in, the Shield type of outfit, security guard type of thing. To see him in these tight pants and like a tight shirt that looks like he's supposed to be in a movie, not a wrestler. It looks like he's supposed to be in a movie, and that's like, like his shirt looks like it's trying to like make fake muscles, even though he's built. And I don't know, there's not much I can say about it, but the fact that I don't really like it. And when he left the Shield, I was like, okay, what gear is he supposed to wear now? And with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins going at it, I was actually gonna go to Target yesterday and get their action figure, their pack, where it's Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins with the United States Championship. And they were wearing the Shield outfit, so I'm disappointed I didn't get that. But the reason why I'm pulling this up because I keep on seeing them wrestle each other. I see main event, they're going at it, Raw, SmackDown, and to know that these action figures aren't gonna be made anymore, possibly, and they're probably gonna sell out, and I can't get my chance to grab onto one of these action figures, and I don't get action figures very often. So I'm just like, what? So you see Dean Ambrose, he's wearing a tank top with pants, and I'm like, well, the first time when he came out with that, it just seemed like, oh, he's wearing his casual clothes. But to know that that's actually his wrestling gear, now who wrestles in pants? There was a couple of times Shawn Michaels did that, but he wasn't like, I'm going to perform tonight. He was like, I'm going to brawl you out. And if that's what Dean Ambrose is going to do, then, you know, make it, I don't know, I don't like the outfit. Like, it seems really hard. I feel like he couldn't wrestle as well if he's wearing jeans, you know? And something about Dean Ambrose always reminds me of Roddy Piper. Weird enough, but his attitude, the way he wrestles, something about him it just reminds me of, you know, Roddy Piper. But Seth Rollins' new look is just not what I was expecting. I was wondering what they were gonna put on him, and that's what they put on him. And his music, I feel like anytime somebody comes into the WWE or, you know, became a bad guy or a good guy, they always give them rock and roll music. Rock music. I like rock, but not the wrestler. I like rock and roll music, but the fact is, it's all the same. You know, he needs a song that represents him, not rock, you know. And, you know, the Shield's music, it might have been rock, but it was epic. When you heard that music, you get pumped. In this case, I mean, again, I like Seth Rollins. I think he's got a good look. When he was in the Shield, he looked like he could either be a villain or a face. Something about it, he's just really good. And without his Shield clothes, you can see that he actually has a tattoo on his back. I don't know what it says or what it means. I just found that fascinating. I'm like, oh, we've never seen that before. Okay. Yeah, it's just like, well, what is he wearing? He's wearing these tights, and I just hope they don't, you know, don't get rid of him. These guys, I want to see Roman Reigns be the WWE heavyweight champion. It'd be awesome if they could split up the belts, because I never thought putting them together was a good idea. I thought that was kind of stupid. I'm like, how long are they going to keep this up, you know? Because the WWE Championship's supposed to be on Raw, and the Heavyweight's supposed to be on SmackDown, but since the roster is now combined whenever there's Raw, it doesn't even matter anymore. Wait, let me see how long this is. Okay. So, yeah, oh, sorry. I'm like, don't waste these guys, WWE. Everybody's looking at Roman Reigns right now. They were looking at Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. They were looking at Dean Ambrose too, but those were like, some reason, the head guys that everybody was talking about. And I feel like, you know, I feel they're gonna waste these guys. They just got rid of Drew McIntyre, so-called the chosen one, you know. He could have been good, but they put him in stinking 3MB. Who does that? You know, if you're gonna be a tag team in like 3MB, you know that that your career is not gonna be well. That you're either gonna leave very soon, or you're just gonna be a goofball that doesn't get paid as much as the rest. And I'm like, they got rid of like Brodus Clay and Evan Bourne. I really wanted to see him with Tyson Kidd being a tag team, but apparently that's not going to happen because they got rid of him. I'm actually glad they got rid of Yoshitatsu, because I never really liked him. He wasn't very entertaining to me. I would hardly ever see him wrestle, but they won't get rid of somebody like Santino, because obviously little kids like him. I'm just like, really? And then they make him win too, against stuff like Fandango. You know, it's like, Fandango is better than Santino. I don't get it. So I'm just like, don't get rid of these guys, because they're good. And I would like to see all of them heavyweight WWE champion, and I feel like they need to bring up the Intercontinental, because Intercontinental is not for weak guys, or guys not like John Cena, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, you know? Because back then, you see the Ultimate Warrior, Shawn Michaels, Macho Man, who else is there? Honky Tonk Man. You know, now the belt is just whatever. And to see the classic way that they have the title, where it's wearing, it's got the white leather, and, you know, the old school way. They need to bring back that belt, like, higher than, you know, it is now. It needs to be like a WWE or heavyweight championship, because that's what it was in its day. So hopefully, oh, this is what I would like. It's a long time from now, but if each one of them could win, like, every title. I mean, Roman Reigns doesn't need to win the, you know, United States Championship, but with Sheamus having it, he might make it a better title. But I want to see them win each title in the WWE, and then I want to see from 4 or 5 years from now them all being good guys and becoming the Shield again, kind of like what Evolution did. But, you know, this way it wouldn't have to be like they always are a tag team, but maybe they could be like, you know, triple tag team for, I don't know, 4 months or so, just because they have a feud with whoever. That would be really awesome to me, that they would get on the same level again and become the Pack. But that's 4 or 5 years from now. And that, why do I say 4 or 5 years? Because there's no way that they're going to bring them back together in a year or 2 or 3 years. It's just kind of stupid. It was like, you would have this big feud. You got Dean Ambrose saying that Seth Rollins from, you know, I'm not going to say the word, but from down there, and like that he trade his soul to the devil, and then from a year or 2 now, them getting along again. That's not how it happens in WWE, and when it does, you know, they have really got to pull it off. So that's why I say from 4 or 5 years from now, I think it could work. A problem that I have with that is because the WWE doesn't really care, and they always want to try to say what's best for business, what's great for the fans, but then they won't even like really listen to the fans. And you know, when you're at that event, you get hyped up about matches that aren't even good, you know? You just, I don't know what it is, but you're just so happy that you're there. You're like, they're right there, the ring's right there. I'm experiencing this right now. That's what happens. So that way, when they say vote, and they're like, hey, we're gonna have this match, and people are going crazy, it's because they'll cheer or boo for anything. It doesn't mean that they'll actually be like, oh my gosh, we're gonna see Kofi Kingston versus R-Truth, that's amazing. No, because everybody back at home are like, why are they having this match? You know? And I'm just like, dude, give us what we want. If we want to see the Shield become one again, then make it happen. Pull it off. You guys are the WWE. You've been doing this business for years. You know? I don't know. But those are my thoughts. Tell me what you think about the Shield and Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose and what's next for them. If you have a video on the Shield or Seth Rollins, go ahead and tell me. I'll check it out. This is Mia Garcia signing off. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you later. Bye.